Hey guys, hope everything is going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH underscore sports. Follow me on my finance channel on YouTube at AIH Finance. So, here's a few things. I got some messages. Oh, yeah, before I get into the video topic, tomorrow night, most likely at 7 p.m. Central, I'm going to be doing a live stream with Don. If he's not able to do it, I'm going to be um, doing it solo. Now, the timing right now is 7 p.m. Central. Now, I may be doing a few things, running a few errands, so it may be pushed back a little bit, but should be 7 p.m. Central tomorrow. Okay. Now, regarding this video today. So I saw people message me on IG, and I saw a couple of videos this week, and I was thinking to myself, should I do a video? And I'm thinking, yes, I should definitely do a video talking about this. And I'm going to be talking about this because number one, it's fairly obvious in my opinion, and two, obviously, as you become a bigger channel, people will take indirect shots at you, right, without mentioning you by name, which is that's the name of the game. And it's regarding Star Wars. And then I saw a lot of people, they were mocking the idea that Star Wars is a pump and dump, or it could be a pump and dump. But let's be real. What happened with the Fleer 86 last year, right? Pump and dump. What happened with the PMGs? Pump and dump. And F1, pump and dump, right? I even saw some influencers talking about it, like, hey, why are they pushing it down our throat? Well, because big investors have it and they want to push it down your throat, right? And I've highlighted some YouTube influencers who I believe are doing that. Now, some people are saying, like, look, I'm not too big to uh, be involved in this. Okay, these people may not be involved in this, but there is definitely big money in the hobby that are using them to artificially prop up the price higher. And who knows, some people may be getting kickbacks. And some people's like, that's outrageous. How could you make that assertion? I had a futures broker that was sent to jail because he was involved in a pump and dump scheme because he went on Fox Business. This was what, in 2015, 2016, I believe. And I don't think in the futures market you're supposed to even, promote normal stocks. But he didn't make a disclosure that he got a kickback of I think it was $100,000 to pump this garbage stock. He ended up going to jail and his career was over. Now I believe he is just investing in what, alternative energy. But yeah, he's not involved in that industry anymore. So it destroyed his career. So I've seen this firsthand, and this is that was a regulated market. What do you think happens in an unregulated market? This is a conversation that I've had before, and I was talking a little bit with Dustin about. And the reality is, number one, do you believe the auction prices on these big auction houses? Do you think they're legitimate? And I go back to people saying, look at what happened with Mastro. Some people say, hey, look, shill bidding isn't that bad. Okay, there's a few cards, which no one was really talking about until I was like, uh, doing video after video after video until it started to make the industry look bad because they weren't talking about it. And then the influencers started saying, "Oh yeah, WWE." After they're mocking me, they're saying, "Oh yeah, WWE is shillbid. Mahomes is shillbid," right? After they kept their mouths shut and they were mocking me. But regardless, if you look at, for instance, Mastro and all the people denying that there's uh, panky panky shenanigans going on, or it's not to a material extent. Okay, here's a homework assignment for you guys. And I've put this in chats in some other videos. No one really responded. What happened during the Mastro case? Who was named a big guy in the Mastro case? Look at the court documents yourself and see what guy was involved with it. Do you see why a lot of people don't talk bad about others? Because a lot of people have dirt on them in this hobby. And the reality is, if you dig through those court documents, that would be the smoking gun and it would open Pandora's box. So no one wants to bring up these stories because they think negative news brings prices down. I believe it's more of an economic impact. Okay. But regardless, and there's obviously artificial prices, like I'm talking about, which are skewing the results and, in my opinion, burning a lot of people and making people leave the hobby. Everyone's all about community this, community that. But number one, they will never talk about what happened in the Mastro case. They're like 10% of the people here will talk about it, right? People say, oh, it's old news. Yeah, look who's in that. Okay. So, first of all, they will not talk about that. Two, if you want to look at institution money, what do they do? So they see a bunch of guys huddled up saying, I want to buy, this was during the PMGs, right? A lot of people are saying, hey, I want to buy PMGs, right? And then you got institution money. Some of them were probably paying people kickbacks because that's how it goes. Unregulated market. So you had an unregulated market. You had people saying, don't be negative because being negative is bad for price action, and it just shot up like crazy. And then they say, oh, look at on this auction house, record sale this, record sale that. Were those prices shilled? Are there investors engaging in fraudulent behavior? Are auction houses engaged in fraudulent behavior? Let me ask you that question. So the guys that come after me directly and indirectly will never touch on this. Why? Because they don't want to, number one, probably be um, not chastised, but they don't want to get that negative tension, right? That's number one. Number two, these guys may want to move up in the industry. If they come out hard against certain individuals, they will never be able to move up. And the third thing is they think like, oh, wait, I'm not getting kickback, so how can I pump this up? They are using you. They're using you, and they see all these guys talking about this, and that's when the price appreciation goes up. And then the other comment that I saw was that, look, we're collectors here, right? We're not trying to move, we can't move the price up. Then why do you go on video showing that you made a five-figure deal regarding this card? What are your intentions? Is your intention to collect your intention, or is your intention to pump all the cards you are buying up and dump it on everybody else? So this is, what people don't like about my videos, but this is what I truly believe. I tell you what I think doesn't mean that I'm right 100% of the time. But you have to remember, I was talking about the shield bidding, I was getting mocked. And the VFriend stuff, right? Zero review feedback, getting mocked, right? Even last year, I was talking about this sports card market. People should be aware. Wall Street coming in, be aware, right? I barely got views. I didn't get, hundreds of thousands of views. Those videos should have gotten hundreds of thousands of views. Now I'm getting more views and people are just coming after me now. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, you fell for all of these hanky panky things last year, and now you're coming after me. So I find it quite interesting, and people are free to obviously speak their mind. But I'm just thinking out loud, like, wait a second, you didn't cover all of this, and now you're questioning behavior that's going on. And the last thing I wanted to ask you guys, I did say this. Do you seriously think in an unregulated market that all is well and good? Do you think that people act in a gentleman manner? Or do you think that it attracts criminals, it attracts shady people? I mean, I deal with regulated markets, right? Futures markets, options markets. People engage in crime there and it's regulated like crazy, right? Doesn't mean that everyone goes to jail. No. So if that's regulated, what goes on in the wild, wild west here? Just think about this rationally. A lot of people, uh, you know, listen to all of these guys that are saying, "Oh, be positive this, be positive that," but in essence, you have your blinders on because I was doing stories what with Gary V, right? Really, no one on YouTube was covering this, right? And maybe my video got to Darren Ravel. That's what the guy on Sports Card Radio thinks. I don't know. I don't know if it was some Instagram followers that know Ravel and they sent their video or they sent their stories to him. I don't know. It could be a combination of my video and other Instagram followers. Regardless, I covered it, and eventually Gary Vee had to make a statement directly, indirectly to my video. So, yeah, it is what it is. People are not going to cover the hard facts and they're going to mock it. And then when it makes them look really bad, then they're forced to talk about this. It's time in and time out. And yeah, one last thing. So I'm talking about these things going up and down, not up and down. I'm talking about these fads. If you are engaged, not engaged, but with going on with these prices that go up crazy, right? They usually come back down to normal. In the 1990s, I talked about in my previous video, you had motorcycle cards going up for no reason, right? People started buying them up. Prices went down. It was a fad. Same thing happens with this over and over and over again. It's pattern recognition. People say the same thing. Oh, you can't be negative because that's bad for prices. And if you're telling people to think one emotion, what is your intention? Are you trying to pump it up? Are you trying to sell cards at a show to dump all your cards onto the masses, to the community? Are people hiding behind community? These are just some questions I have for some individuals. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.